Welcome to the controversial Best in Swoop show. God damn, I almost forgot what I was about to say. It is the start of the new year. It's 2023, and we're here. Best, don't be giving them people no free advertisement. I know you starving. You should hide the rapper, man. They ain't paying you. Feel me? They ain't
Oh,
paying you, man. Um, Best Christine, how y'all doing? How y'all feeling? We are in 2023. New year.
I ain't gonna lie. Go ahead, Christine.
Um, New Year, same dick, and everybody's still on it.
Damn.
I said what I said to everybody who wants to be on my cock. Too bad I don't have one. I don't want to be a Rochester legend. Oh my gosh. And it seemed like the people that shared my post understood what the fuck I meant. In fact, I have people that's in the NBA and people that work with celebrities and all of that that are on my friend list. And it's kind of funny because some of them shared it, agreeing. So, reading is fundamental. Also, understand where the fuck I'm coming from. No, I didn't elaborate, but for y'all that want to be on dick, the same one from last year, keep sucking it. I love the fellatio. Thank you.
God damn. So
No, I ain't gonna lie, bro.
2023, Christine is choosing violence.
I
I'm
ain't
here
gonna lie.
for it.
When she first
Bad.
said, when Freezer first said the one thing, I thought she about me. I thought she meant like just messing with one man. But then she was talking. But I did see that post. Everybody was at her, bro, because I kept seeing it in my timeline.
I
Everybody kept
seen it.
seeing it for like 3-4 days.
I seen it as well, but you know how it is, man. When it comes to that platform in that city, people love that platform, and it's something to talk about, whether it's good or bad. They kind of want to just kill someone for having an opinion, and I would agree. Reading is fundamental, which is kind of why I try to avoid Facebook. I might go on my little days where I post a lot, but I get attacked all the time as well. So somebody always has something to say about my opinion or my thoughts, and not understanding where the basis of these conversations come from. They just ready to throw their judgment and not be an adult and have a real conversation or understand where these opinions are formulated from. So if you want to sit there and be on Christine's dick, as she said, or you want to be on my shit, pause, feel me, on my post of things, go ahead. I mean, you're just driving up my engagement. So when I'm out here trying to get my shit monetized, well, I should be getting monetized or have it by now. It is what it is. I'm not really tripping. Best, what's new? What's new with you, man? How you feeling? 2023, you're here.
I thought it was my year. Let me tell you what happened with me.
How did you come into the new year before you tell me we're going? How did y'all come into the new year first?
I was at ZQ party.
Oh, you was being thought, as you should.
I can't say being a thought. I didn't get no pussy, so
Oh, listen, I didn't get any either the day of New Year's. So
I still ain't getting nothing this year, bro. This shit
goddamn,
crazy.
that's tough.
This shit sad. I must not be that nigga no more or some shit, bro.
That's crazy. I can't relate. I wish I could say I was in the same boat as you, but I cannot relate.
How did my year start? Oh, I started the year getting suspended from work. According to my supervisor, I have an attitude problem not be coming in late. So they was doing investigations and shit, trying to figure out like that was true. They did investigations. See, I wasn't coming in late. When they talked to the other coworker, they said that I didn't have an attitude. So I think they gonna bring me back. So like the last 2-3 weeks, I haven't been going to work, bro. Been depressed.
Oh, no,
This
that's not
is a
cool at all.
job.
That's not cool at all. See, this is why you
They
can't
didn't lie, but
you can't be
basically
loyal to
lied on
some
my
of these
name.
companies, man. You can't be loyal to some of these companies. You got a job hop sometimes. Pause. See who give
Nah,
you a
nah, I
good
got the
salary.
crazy. I got a new job. I start tomorrow, but I like my old job, like the job I'm spending for curly. I start to like my old job. It was cool. 5 in the morning, 3:30, Monday through Thursday. I like that schedule, but now I can't
Also,
keep
4 days
waiting.
on, 3 days off. Feel it. I feel it.
You feel me? 3 days off, work at 5 in the morning, get off at 3:30.
5 in the
Five,
morning too early for me, but I respect it.
but I thought it was early as a bitch to me until I got into like the
Routine of doing it, yeah.
doing it. But it's way better because you still got Friday, Saturday, Sunday. All you gotta do is 4 days. 4.
So if they offer you to come back, you're not gonna take this job.
I low key want to come back, but I don't want to come back for them to fire me. I'm worried about that. But I still didn't get fired yet. Like they still doing investigations. But how I looking good on my side. But the thing is, if you don't keep a supervisor, she might look for the next thing to fire me or something. Like if they was to say like, "Yo, best you be on your phone a lot," and that's why y'all suspended. I was like, "All right, y'all got me." But to say I got an attitude, it's crazy.
Yeah, I understand that. Damn. How so? Suspension and you was at ZQ
It's not
partying.
suspension. It's not
All right,
suspension.
so you're pending investigation, and you didn't get no coochie to start the year. That's kind of tough, man. That's a wild way to start the year, man.
Listen, and I had 3 interviews booked. Y'all know who Lil Tyler is? He kind of blowing up right now from Florida. I was supposed to do an interview with him. I think on the 3rd of January, they stopped responding. I was supposed to do an interview with somebody that was signing OTF Tuesday, I want to say. He hit me with all that career schedule after we planned it for a good week. Like everybody, like my week started off bad right now. Then on top of that, my dad's in Africa and he just asked to borrow $1,000, bro. I don't even got a job. No.
Yo, Best, I ain't gonna lie. I be thinking I be going through it, man. But goddamn, everybody be going through something. That'd be crazy out there.
That's why I said 2024 is my year.
Sure. I just want to say that I'm glad that y'all didn't start the year off by shaking your dicks in your stories. Or
do we want to get into that weird thing that's going on? So I'm like avoid Facebook. I use it sometimes, you know, it's just fun, it's entertaining when you have people that you know, but it's this thing going on. Yo, Mark Zuckerberg gonna get all you niggas, man. Because
you know what it is, bro?
Because y'all, watch if you a man watch my story, if you a woman watch my story, like bro, that's aggressively horny. And that could be considered a sexual harassment, one. And 2, like people got like y'all be forgetting y'all got dudes and women and kids and your family on your shit that you just gotta be on there showing and shaking dick and pussy, all kinds of crazy, bro. What's going on with you? Where is the morale? Like y'all don't even got OnlyFans. Y'all out here giving it away for free. And I'm not hating on the free, feel me? Yo, listen, y'all that like to subscribe to free. We all love free 99, but you out your fucking mind if you think you about to do that and then say, oh, my DMs is flooded. Ain't no good women, ain't no good men. Like, get the fuck up, man. You would aggressively horny dirt bomb out here moving fucking wicked. Go ahead, Bess.
I was clicking them though.
Nah, she was clicking them. I'm dead. You said what?
But I didn't see anybody from Rochester. I wasn't looking, but I mean,
Christine said she was clicking them. I'm dead. Christine's like,
I ain't gonna lie, bro. At first, I ain't gonna lie. I was part of the people that was clicking it, but some of them bitches pussy.
See, my thing be this. I support the ratchet and the joint, you feel me? But you gotta just understand when you in that category, you gotta accept what come with that. You in the ratchet category. You this, you that, you feel me? Like, that's how people gonna view you because you out there showing twat on the fucking internet for no reason. Because you want some views and likes and you're not even making money off this shit.
Let me ask you this. As a man, right? Say you were gonna link up with a female, but she did that. You still link with her after that?
I'm a man. So let's put it this way. It's gonna be just that though. If we link up with her, it's just being that. It's not.
I can't always say that. It might. Cause I be falling in love with hoes, bro. I don't know.
But so for me, I know that they fun. It's gonna be a great time, but I'm not gonna fall in love with you because at the end of the day, you still who I deal with is a representation of me. Any woman I deal with, when I'm not with you, you a representation of me and vice versa. So if everybody know you as a girl who show with 1,000 dildos in her pussy on Facebook on her story, you can't be my girl. It ain't because I won't fuck them. It's not because we won't be cool. It's just that you're a representation of me and I hold myself in a certain light. Do I be with all that nasty, freaky shit minus the peeing on my chest and that weird butt play shit? It's weird to me. If you like it, go ahead, love it. Yes, I'm with all that crazy, nasty shit. But I'm not going to sit there and post that on the internet. Like, I'm a whole adult out here. I got real responsibilities. Like, you never know who's going to see that shit. Like, in my real life outside of this media space shit, like, I'm one of the youngest directors in my organization. So if I'm in a meeting, I'm pretty sure it'll be some of the people they got Twitter and Facebook. They see, oh, your girl is the one that was on there playing with her pussy, and they rocks off to it. Shit gonna look a little crazy. Like, I just can't be in certain rooms with you. Feel me?
I ain't gonna lie. It's to the point where right now you can't even use that as and no offense to like Christine or nothing, but it seems like every female is doing that. They got some type of thirst trap on the internet. that somebody that
It's, but
nigga.
it's a difference between a thirst trap and then showing your whole pussy. Because if thirst trap is you got to use your imagination. There is nothing left to the imagination with this shit. Nothing at
But you know,
all.
you got that's what we said. But you got the close friends. You know, close friends be getting crazy.
Close friend. I'm in a couple
I
with my
don't
close
even know what the
friends.
fuck that is. I think I'm getting
That's
old.
an Instagram thing. I'm in a couple of drinks close friends. Some of them get crazy. Some of them are just really friends. So it just varies on who the woman is and what her character is like. Same thing with the niggas. I know niggas that like I got a friend of mine. That nigga posted himself back in the day before all this shit was popping, eating coochie on the internet. Like, oh bro, like why did you take a picture with coochie in your mouth? Like,
What?
and it's like you on some wild shit.
You posted that?
Yeah. So it's like I was like, nigga, it's not that niggas don't do that shit. It's just like nigga, you posting it and putting it on the internet, and what was you gaining out of that situation?
Couple
That's
pictures that light up.
But and then they do what? They just gonna view you as an eater, and they gonna have all hate you for you to eat their coons and not take you serious. Because the same way niggas, we don't want to deal with a woman that everybody know like do this and that and the third, or everybody done seen the whole world done seen your pussy. Women don't want to deal with a nigga that's all that extra. They might say they do, but let's be real. What's woman's favorite line? I don't like no friendly nigga. But if a nigga posting himself online eating pussy, what you think they gonna think he is? Friendly
a
nigga.
bunch.
Exactly. So
Yo, talk about that. There's baby mom, baby dad guy on Twitter, on Facebook, bro. And in the background stuff, you know, you can add music to the Facebook music. Like you can add music to the Facebook story. The junk is he's that Ice Spice song. He ate it for lunch. I was crying, bro. A big girl too. A big
man,
girl.
listen, people was on some wild time out here. I don't really know what to say. I know it's some stuff that happened in hip hop, but I feel like we should talk a little shit today too. So we can get to the hip hop stuff a little bit. What else is going on crazy in the world that we haven't covered? We got the watch my
Bro,
story shit. We got the being a local legend shit that people were just taking out of context. Best. I don't think anybody's coming at you lately. You don't me. Whatever I post, somebody's gonna complain about. I can say the sky is blue, and somebody start arguing with me. So I don't know what to say at this point.
Which is annoying.
I don't argue back though. This is my thing for 20. I'm not arguing back with anybody. It costs me too much to become frustrated or to become annoyed. It takes away from my energy. So I'm not arguing. I'm not discussing anything back on the internet. Um, Definitely women. If we date, I'm not arguing. I'm not. I'm just. I got too much shit going on in life to argue with you. If you feel like I'm not being something enough, go find it somewhere else and be happy. I'm really not trying to alter
Oh,
anything to make you guys
he
happy.
meant that.
yo, oh, I don't know if y'all came across this. Y'all know who Poetic Flacco is? No Jumper.
I see he's about to fight somebody. He
Yeah,
asked for his fade.
y'all know the cause of that?
I don't know the cause of that at all. You know,
Let me give you guys a little breakdown. So I guess Poetic Flacco has been lying about his age, or he hasn't been 100% real with what's going on, like in his personal life with No Jumper, which is totally understandable. He might be hiding some shit, or he lied where he was from. He said he's from North Dakota, but they say he grew up in Philadelphia. So I don't know why Adam 22 decided to do this, but Adam 22 decided to do an episode where he got three other co-hosts, the dude Lush, the Gina View girl, and Almighty Suspect, and they basically had a bunch of Poetic Flacco's high school classmates calling in the phone and just discussing who Poetic Flacco was before No Jumper. They say he was from Philadelphia. That North Dakota shit is fake. They don't understand why he's not coming to Philly. That they're basically exposing him and shit. So the Poetic Flacco feel like they were being disrespectful because y'all supposed to be my coworkers and shit. Y'all basically like y'all trying to clown me on the internet. So that's why he really wanted to fight. So now there's been some tension between No Jumper. People feel like Poetic Flacco should get fired. People feel like Lush is a bitch for doing that to his coworker. People feel like Gina. It's just a whole bunch of drama going on. No Jumper right now, basically between the coworkers and shit. And I feel like Adam 22 is basically like letting it go.
I mean, like, why does it matter? Unless you're a rapper, where you're from, like.
But
I don't even think it matters then. But it's just the narratives I think people run with, and on top of the fact they both gauge really great content. So for Adam 22 in this instance, he's not going to fire either one of them. Nobody should get fired. I don't believe in that. I think this is disgruntled employees or co-workers, and either we could find a way to have them work together, or they just don't have to work together at all on the same set. They can just still do what they do.
And it's more so like why is she lying about where she's from? Because they like according to Poetic Flacco, if you ask him, he say he went to school in North Dakota or some shit like that. Why isn't he claiming Philly? They trying to investigate what's he hiding that happened in Philly that he doesn't want to claim it.
Did he live in North Dakota?
But how long did he live in Philly is the question.
Like they say he went there from second grade to like high school. Like he graduated from there, but he said he graduated from North Dakota and shit like that. And he didn't get to North Dakota after he graduated high school, 2017. So they're trying to figure out what happened in Philadelphia that he's covering.
He probably was just a regular dude. Like it really wasn't nothing. He probably was just a regular.
I don't think it's that crazy.
Why are you telling people that you grew up in North Dakota? Why you coming North Dakota instead of Philly? Like
because he probably got his feet wet as a human being, or like in Philly, because it's about it's his story. Whether what he wants to claim, he probably was a weenie in Philly. Who knows? Like,
that's what his high school classmates were saying because. That's how it all started. I guess through his come up, y'all know he brand new in the industry. So his come up, he been came to North Dakota. People will start posting pictures of him in high school and him hosting talent shows in Philly and shit. So like, yo, you never mentioned you being from Philly. You never mentioned the Philly part. So like, bro, you been lying. And they ask you about his age. He doesn't want to give out his age and some shit like that. And there's all
because that's personal information. Why the fuck would he have to give out his age?
I guess they're just trying to figure out who he is, and that's how the whole tension started.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, bringing that to a public platform is weird because that's not nobody's business, really. Because at the end of the day, y'all coworkers, yeah, nigga, that's not your nigga. Y'all date him or something? You interested in him? Why do you need to know all of that?
It's not just one person; it's the whole team. But I feel like since he feel like Lush is the pussiest one, he's going at Lush. If I'm him, I'm gonna go at Adam 22 because Adam 22 is the one that like the whole. But if you watch the episode where they first targeted him, a whole hour and 30 minutes is about him, bro. They just targeted him.
Yeah, that's weird. Like I don't understand.
Adam 22 is the one that set it up, but he know he can't argue with Adam 22 because that's his boss. He'll be back in North Dakota.
I don't understand what that's going. I know he won't. Flacco, he'll be good enough to where he can make money somewhere else.
Yeah, I feel like he's big enough where he could grow his own brand. Like I feel like he's a baby academic. Right
he may be, and that's the thing. He may not want his own brand. Like I think that's something we should hit too when we get out the topic. But everybody doesn't want their own brand. Some people just want to be the biggest in their field. I think he can go anywhere else and make decent money. He does a really good job at what he does. And Adam 22 thrives off the controversy. We know what his content is based off of. I don't dislike Adam 22. I think what he does, he's one of the best at doing. It's just that it is what it is. And Flacco out of if you look at the No Jumper like crew, like people that's on that show, he's the one that sticks out the most. He's unlike everybody else that's on that staff.
That's a fact. I agree. I thought he was the most notorious one. But I guess according to Adam 22, a lot of people he's hired, they're not doing the views that they're supposed to be doing on that platform. Like they're doing low views. So he's looking to fire people, change it up around. But I don't know.
Because Adam 22 is he's numbers driven, but at the end of the day, you have to cultivate talent too. And that's the thing he's not doing. So it's different when you see someone like let's go with the Joe Budden podcast, for example, right? Ice has a deal with Twitch. Ice is doing numbers over there, right? It's different when you see that because he was cultivated by Joe. Like Joe helped coach him to get to where he needed to go. Adam 22 was taking people that's hot for however long they're hot and trying to put them on there and not really doing any. It doesn't look like he's doing any coaching or driving. It's just that they look like they on there gossiping and talking a bunch of bullshit. It's like The View for men. So I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying, Adam 22, no face shit. If you want some controversy, bring me on the show. I'll turn your turn up. I just need the platform to turn up, become a star. I'm bringing the right people on the show. Get you 100K.
I'm gonna tell you right now, if you want to get this show over there, we willing to do a deal. But if somebody think they gonna swing on me or spit at me on the show, that will be the day that you're set to go to hell because I'm gonna beat the shit out of somebody. I'm not.
It's lit. I've been waiting for somebody to do that to me in real life. I got so many friends like people.
I think we have shout out to all the guests we've had on the show and the guests that we've interviewed individually. I think I've dealt with a lot of great guests, and I've never been in that situation. I don't know how I would handle that. No, I do know how I would handle that. It won't be nice. And yeah.
I just started receiving my first threats for talk about killing me this year. Was it this? No, it's the end of last year. I don't know if we talked about it in the show.
You just did? What? Bitch has been talking about.
No, I'm talking about as far as the interview side. I'm talking about niggas wanting to kill me behind some,
On the interview
Man.
shit. So honestly, I've had people who threaten to say they want to link up, and I told them like, yo, if I drop this address, you're not going home. Like, I don't. If I drop my location, you're not going home, nigga. What the fuck you think this is? I don't do the threats. I'm not even like I'm on grown man shit. Like I've been on grown man shit, but I'm not. This not gangster. This not. I'm tougher than you. I'm a grown ass man, though. You think you gonna come out your face to tell me what I'm gonna do or what I need to do because you don't like what I'm saying on my platform? Suck my dick. Fuck you talking about? Like I don't care about none of that shit. Please let it be known. Like we work with who we want to work with. Niggas said we be picking and choosing. Abso-fucking-lutely. Why? Because I guess our shit. We can pick and choose. We don't owe none of you niggas, none of you women shit. Fuck y'all. If we fuck with y'all, we like y'all shit, we gonna fuck with y'all. If we don't fuck with y'all or we don't know about y'all and y'all feel like y'all the hottest shit going and want to get disrespectful, now suck my dick. I'm not supporting nothing. Nothing that you do is ever going to get any shine over here.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
So that's what I've been on. I don't really, but the death threat shit, that shit is whack and corny, bro. Niggas
It's so
is
yeah. Ain't that nothing. I'll be outside every day to let niggas know.
Man, listen, bro, I'll be outside too.
But anyway, let's talk about this nigga Meek Mill, bro. This happened last night. I guess.
Oh, he about to get into a fight, but he just got packed up in Africa. Niggas was beating him up.
What?
So like, what's going on when Best your home continent, man? I seen niggas putting hands on Meek, man, and then he tried to get into it last night.
I told you, bro. We used to whooping lions. So what you think we gonna do to fucking Meek Mill, bro? We fight lions, bro. Now I'm trolling. I don't know what happened to the situation in Africa, but I know last night
at the Gervonta Davis fight, yes.
Gervonta Davis fight. Meek Mill got into it with another boxer. I think his name was let's see if I can
boxer.
Shout out to Tank too. Tank won last night too. He got a stoppage, man. And then he's fighting Ryan Garcia next. Do we know where that fight is going to be, Mike? Do we know is that fight going to be in Vegas or not? Because if it's going to be in Vegas, I might got to find a way to get some tickets to see this Tank versus Ryan Garcia fight, which is going to be one of the bigger fights of this decade.
Have you ever heard of a guy named Gary Russell Jr.?
Yes, Gary Russell Jr. He was tough too. So Gary, I think he's.
I don't watch boxing.
I think he's in the lightweight division, if I'm correct. Gary Russell Jr. He's a good fighter.
Meek Mill got into an altercation with him yesterday.
He got into a screaming match. Meek Mill know damn well if Gary Russell punched him in his shit.
I don't know if y'all watched the video, but if you watched the video, nigga Meek Mill said, "I will knock you out," to nigga Gary Russell.
Bro, you're gonna tell a boxer, "I will knock a professional boxer." And I think Gary Russell Jr. might have won a belt or two before too.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yep, he's a featherweight. So the thing with Meek is, he has 33 fights, 31 wins, 2 losses, 18 wins by knockout. Gary Russell Jr. And he is a gold. He won gold in the Golden Gloves. He has a couple of gold medals from national championships, and he won bronze in the World Championship, which is the Olympics, I believe. So,
but shout out to Wallow. Wallow played the big.
But you know what it is, Gary. So Gary Russell, he's a featherweight. So he comes in weighing in around what featherweight division is like 127, some shit like that, some wild ass weight class like that. But just because he fights at that weight, he actually probably walks around at like 150, 160. It's gonna be so the Tank Davis and the Ryan Garcia fight will be in Vegas. I'm trying to give myself some tickets for that because that's gonna be a mega fight. See, y'all leave them boxers alone, man. Leave them people that actually fight for a living alone. Y'all, I mean, and the only reason Meek knew he could do that is because Gary Russell Jr. couldn't punch him because legally his hands are weapons.
Right.
So
he can't do that.
But shout out to Wallow for being the big bro because when he seen that shit happen, and I don't know where Wallow came from because he wasn't even like in their little vicinity, but you used to just see him jump up on top of something and he telling everybody calm down. He got kind of McMillan on them. McMillan was like 50 deep. All you see is a bunch of Dream Chasers varsity
Bro,
jackets.
that shit don't mean nothing because I bet you a bunch of them niggas can't fight.
That's probably fair. They probably use guns.
They not in there because you got to go through metal detectors.
And I'm talking about
Nigga said
Not in there. Trust me, bro. Like, this is the thing I like about boxing fights, bro. Because a lot of boxing fights, during the fight, people in the stand start fighting. Happens all the time. All the time. And if you think Gary Russell Jr. is a fighter, he has fans. If you think they're going to let Meek Mill and his people just jump up on him, fans will run down there and whoop on them niggas. They're not going to play. A lot of fight fans fight for real. So, Meek, you got to relax, bro. Because we just seen what happened to you in Africa, and we seen you in the boxing gym. It was not a pretty sight.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's what they posted. Because Meek Mill said, if you watch the video, Meek Mill said,
That's Meek. The Meek is the only nigga I've seen in Philly that don't know how to throw a jab, bro. Like,
he was in a boxing ring?
He was in a gym punching a punching bag, and that shit looked terrible.
Oh, come on.
You making Philly look bad, man.
So whoever posted that is not his man. He should be kicked out the team.
Not his man. Come on. That's some bullshit.
Absolutely. We got TikTok creating issues with families. You want to talk about that a little bit, Christine? You saying that Kanye's not so happy with Northwest having TikTok?
Okay, so I don't know if y'all heard, but like Kanye's been like MIA. And Jeffree Star, makeup artist that used to live in LA, who's big in LA, had controversy all his life there. He was basically coming out about the elites. So, like the elites and the Illuminati and shit like that. Basically hinting that Kanye could be in danger. And so, mind you, Kanye has been MIA for a minute, no trace of him. And then, so out comes Kim Kardashian with North, dress, makeup, and everything to look like her dad. And to the song, I forgot. It's like, honey song. I forgot what the song was called. You know what I'm talking about, right? Bound to, yes. And she like kind of put her arm around North and stuff like she did in the video. And then so I was reading down the comments. It was a lot of people think it was strange, and especially nobody hearing from him. And then that video being put out. Now it was on North's TikTok, and you know how Kanye always had a problem with her having a TikTok. So it's just messy. And what do y'all think that Kanye's like on his own by himself on purpose like this?
Yeah. I think that his socials have been attacked. They don't want him posting as much. I think that he may be out there seeking some of the help that he feel like he needs. It's a lot going on. It's been a lot that's happened to him in the last 18 months. So he's just trying to probably dial back a little bit. His team is talking to him, trying to figure out what works best for him.
I agree, because you got to think about it. Kanye's been doing some questionable. Well, for a long time, Kanye's been doing mad questionable stuff. So he probably getting that peace of mind away from all the attention, away from all the phones. That took away his social media, so he can't really post on social media as much as he wanted to. So now it's like he's not doing no shows. I don't think he got anything coming up. So it's like he lost his Adidas contract, so he don't got to worry about that. So that's probably the best time in his life right now where he could just focus on himself, get his peace of mind, just stay out everybody's way.
Absolutely. And I know people get
caught. I don't think it's that bad because Kim hasn't panicked yet behind it. He probably knows something about it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, because they panic about it, it just his manager or some shit. But then again, that's the business side of things. He probably just everything that's business I don't want to deal with. Cut all that ties off.
And the thing also, because I know Kim get a lot of flack, right? Because people were screaming about how he got to pay $200,000 a month and child support and all these things. This is the thing, right? So Kim also has been very vocal that Kanye is a great father. She's never said that she wasn't, even though she doesn't want to be married to the man. She said he's a great father. She denied alimony from him. She didn't want to take that, and she also is mentioning $200,000 a month that he's putting because they're going to have on expenses for their children. I think if something was really going on with Ye, she would say something. Because regardless of what, they're still very much a part of each other's life, no matter how messy it looks to us. And we know it looks very messy. they're still a family at the end of the day. So it is what it is. As far as North having TikTok, it's like I feel like most parents don't want their children having social media, but who knows, man. We had social media when our parents probably didn't want us to have some. I know I was young when I had MySpace.
I had MySpace, and think about it. 2007, I had MySpace.
You had
When I was
MySpace
7
2007. Bet you was probably
Yeah,
like in second grade, bro.
I was. I was
What
always
the
doing.
fuck, yo, son? See what I'm saying, though?
You know what I used to do? I used to add all my siblings, friends, and shit from school and shit because a lot of my peers didn't have it. But it was cool to say that MySpace. But I used to design my background and everything. Added all my friends. My MySpace used to be like Moneyman4324.
Yeah, see, I was a little young horny nigga. My MySpace was a crazy boy, Bub, 13. I was following Pinky and shit like that. So I was young nigga, wilding. This is old Pinky, not the Pinky now. But yeah, so this is why I understand why parents don't want their kids on social media, but their kids will get on social media some way, somehow.
But I'm gonna kill a buck, bro. You might as well be honest with your kid because you can't stop your kid from doing. You can't.
You could be best.
Like, bro,
This
you
is
tell
a
your
point.
kid
This is a point where we're speaking as not parents. We have one, Christina. She's more of an expert than us, but I'll say this: we also have to understand where kids are cognitive at. You can't explain everything to them because they're not of age for everything. So explaining what a sexual predator is to a child that's probably in second grade and what to watch out on the internet, they're going to be naive to that situation, which is why you got to monitor. I can't see shit because you don't have it.
I don't know what he's trying to show.
That's on my MySpace page. It's still up. Young Best.
Oh
my God. You might as well look that as a throwback.
How the fuck you just pull that up?
Yeah. Bro, I know it, bro. I had a Yahoo email. I had an AOL. I had AIM. You feel me? I didn't have to
pull that shit up.
You was doing way too much at a young age. I ain't gonna hold you.
I used to be around computers a lot. I was showing the kids how to do shit at school, bro. I was one of them little niggas.
Oh man. I don't know if my MySpace is still up. It might be. Who knows?
It is. If as long as you didn't delete it, it's still up. I just don't got the login no more. I had a photo bucket. I know y'all remember that. High Five.
All of that crazy shit that made people, and that's why people a lot today have anxiety and shit because they was behind computer screens talking and shit instead of talking to people. It's a wild world we live in. It is a wild world that we live in today.
Yeah, no funds up. While we was away on break, Tory Lanez was found guilty. We never got that.
Tory Lanez was found guilty of the whole incident that happened outside of Kylie Jenner's home in California.
Let me just say this right here, right? Before the new evidence got released, like the hospital video, the video in the hospital, the phone call and stuff like that, I honestly thought Tory Lanez was gonna beat this case. Because the way they was making the scene, the way it was put, like the way it was coming to the media, it seemed like, I think her name was Kelsey, if I'm not mistaken. Kelsey, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Kelsey, Megan's best friend. And like she did it because the stuff he was giving was Megan and Kelsey got into an argument. Tory Lanez, they got into a fight outside. Tory Lanez never got the car, some shit. His fingerprints was on the weapon. So all the evidence that was given to us, it made it seem like Tory Lanez was innocent. So I was kind of surprised when the verdict came out. But again, we wasn't in the courtroom. We wasn't presented with all the evidence. So the thing that kind of got me was the phone call.
So again, the problem with this whole case the whole time was that we all were under the impression because of media, social media, regular media, all of this. We were under the impression Tory was being charged for actually the assault of shooting Megan Thee Stallion. Is that correct?
Yeah.
That's not what the charges were. The charges were possession of a concealed, unregistered firearm, negligent discharge of a firearm, and assault with a semi-automatic firearm. So you don't have to hit someone to get charged with assault. Feel me? It's the fact that it was in his possession. And even if he was fighting for it, the witness said they seen the fireworks come from the woman first, Kelsey, or whoever that was. Then the guy let off the rest of the shots. That is negligent discharge of a firearm if he's just shooting the rest of the rounds in the air. So he was never actually charged for shooting Megan Thee Stallion. That was not what the charges were about. The charges was having a firearm and discharging the firearm.
You know what's so crazy about
So he was
that,
guilty
Swoop?
of that.
You know what's so crazy about that? You making that point, it's like probably 95% of people that don't know that. They think it's that charge that he shot her.
And that's the thing about the whole situation that I tell people all the time. They're like, oh, so you're trying to tell me he didn't shoot her? Well, the people that believe he didn't shoot her are going to still believe he didn't shoot her. The people who believe that he did shoot her are going to believe he shot her. But at the end of the day, that's not what this case was ever about. And it was crazy because I had to read reports and listen to some of the things on social media. And the jury had to ask for clarification of what the charges were. Because the media kept making it seem like, even though they're not supposed to be influenced by outside media, but people when they're on break, on their phones and things and seeing things or hearing how it's being brought up, them trying to make Megan not credible, talk about her sexual history and things of that nature. At the end of the day, the charges was never about who shot her. It was the fact that he discharged the firearm and had it illegally.
But my thing is, I don't know. I'm pretty sure this is some accurate information. I thought his fingerprints were never found on the weapon.
Inconclusive, but that doesn't mean that they're not on there at all. And I don't think the firearm that he got charged for was the one that was discharged. So there was a witness that said that they seen him discharge the gun.
So how long do you think they're gonna give him? Because I think he's fixing up to 30, right?
Which was stupid because he should have just took the plea.
What was the plea deal?
The plea deal was for just what was it? The negligence discharge of a firearm instead of the assault and the possession.
How many years would they offer him with that situation?
I think it was like 3 years or something like that. But she probably wouldn't even did no jail time at all. He probably would have just been on like probation or something, a house arrest.
Will he be deported? Because he's Canadian too. Yeah,
I think he has dual citizenship.
So what do you think they're gonna throw at him now? Because I still don't feel like he's gonna get that. The way you just broke it down to me, I don't see him getting more than like 10. But I don't
see what the thing is now, because they this is the thing too, right? When you take something to trial, you piss off the judge, and the district attorneys, because now they have to use resources to actually convict you of why you did that, or prove that you did what you're being accused of doing. And when you piss them off, they're not going to be lenient. They're going to push to give you the maximum.
But he has enough money. That's why he got enough money.
It don't matter about none of that, because at the end of the day, you already lost the case. So all you could do is they could sit your ass behind that wall, and then you could do an appeal, or they could do what they did with Sean. Sean did 10 years, and then they deported him. So it's like,
man, that shit sucks. How that whole shit played for Twin Lays and Megan, bro.
But at the end of the day, it was a bunch of dumb stuff, because if Tori don't leave the party, we're bad. Because Meg left initially. If she don't come back and get him, and he don't leave with her, he's not stuck with them, and they don't get into that argument, none of this happens. So this goes back to decisions being made. Yes, liquor was involved, alcohol was involved, but you have to have people that actually care about you, because Megan did that out of her own selfish reason, and she was jealous that he was flirting with Kylie Jenner. But that wasn't your man to begin with. So now we're here. And now Tori, regardless of what he is, feel me? Because he has his own flaws as a human being, character flaws about himself. He's looking at a situation that could have been avoided if he wasn't fucking with you. Megan was still assaulted regardless of what happened, how she was shot, or whatever the case may be. It still happened. We're not taking it away from her. We want to be very sensitive to that. But also, we have to understand that selfish reasoning is why all of this occurred. Because you fucking with somebody that was fucking with your friend. And now you got jealous. Because he wanted to fuck with somebody else. Yeah, so if he would have just got hit with the negligent discharge of a firearm, it's a misdemeanor or a felony crime depending on the state, but it carries up a sentence for up to 3 years in prison. So if he would have took that plea deal, he would have only had 3 years.
But you know what? You know what would have been crazy? Because if he would have took that plea deal, we would have all been thinking, oh, he shot Megan Thee Stallion, because that's the narrative
Because
game.
that's what people don't understand about. Like, this is why I tell people, even with the whole, we gonna get into, we in court stuff. So let's get to the ratting stuff. We have to understand what we don't understand legal jargon. Everybody wants to act, yell and scream. Yeah, you see the paperwork, this, that, and third, nigga, that. Yo, if you niggas knew legal jargon so well, y'all wouldn't be signing bad contracts. It's like, it's a reason why, even going back to Tory case, it's a reason why the jury kept asking, what do these charges mean? Can we get a clear definition of what this charge means? Because the average person don't know what the fuck none of that shit mean for real. So if he would have took it 3 years in a public court of public opinion, it sounded like he shot her, but nigga, you looking at 3 instead of 30.
Mm-hmm. Talk about court cases. We could talk about this Boston Richie situation, or we could talk about this.
We could go with real Boston Richie because I don't really know what's going on. I just seen something about him being witness number 3, somebody paperwork, and boom.
He told on 3 murder cases, 3, not 1, not 2, but 3. And he's a street nigga.
I don't get into street politics really no more. But
I didn't hear about it either, so you don't have to.
I'm not a street dude no more. I can't talk about it. I'm just a regular guy.
We're not gonna talk about it. Do you feel like hip hop is gonna cancel him? Because that's what I think, bro.
No.
6ix9ine got canceled because he was already hated by everybody. So
6ix9ine is canceled by who though? Because he's still making money. His money.
No, I'm talking about black people, like in the hip hop world. I'm not talking about like selling records and shit. I'm talking about as far as people like other artists embracing him and doing music with him in the hip hop community. Do you feel like Boston Richie's gonna get that same cancellation? Because he's signed the Future for 1, and 2, he got a couple good records. He got that shit with that Dirk shit. He signed
that shit with Future. He got a couple of shit.
All them niggas, but they say he's telling 3 times. You feel they gonna embrace him? You think they gonna try to play blind to it?
I don't know. Excuse me. I don't know. I have the slightest clue of how they would deal with that. Honestly, for me, this rap shit is WWE. I know some people are gonna kill me when we clip this. At the end of the day, the niggas that's really doing the shit that y'all rapping about, y'all not making real fucking money. The niggas making real money are not doing the shit that they're rapping about. Like, it's because you just can't do both. It's not possible. Because if you're doing both, you're gonna go to fucking prison. We just seen niggas get indicted. There's been a 10-year investigation on Thug and them shit, man. They getting niggas for shit that they did 10 years ago. We seen Bobby Shmurda and them that when they was actively doing what they was rapping about. Nigga did 7 years, and it's still niggas that's GS9 that got football numbers. They're gonna do the rest of their life in prison. So what are we really saying here? We know this shit is entertainment. This shit is not all real. Some of these niggas really do this shit. I'm not saying that they don't. But for the most part, these niggas don't really be doing this shit, bro. At all.
Talk about some street shit. This is the first time we can actually say some positivity came from some street shit. I think Fredo Bang and Young Boy Squad's beef, bro.
Yeah.
Now
they got a song together too, right?
They don't got a song together. I don't think they're going that far.
I thought they said they had a song together. I might have misread that then.
They did a toy drive together, and they had people from NBA's camp. Because Young Boy can't leave.
Louisiana.
Utah. Yeah, no, he can't leave Utah right now. Right?
Utah.
What state? Yeah, can't leave Utah. So he was saying his brother, OG 33, and Fredo Bang, and they were taking pictures and videos. And they had other rappers that got that's in the mix. They'd be like TD Comas and NBA Hearn, all there for a toy drive. And basically they're trying to put peace to the city. But a lot of people saying it's doing that because Rico is coming for the 2 camps. So they trying to show the city of Baton Rouge that they gonna make the change before they get some change in life.
Yeah.
Shout out to YB and Fredo Bang, because how could I say this without I don't even know if this is true or not. So it's not like y'all can use this information I'm saying. A Young Boy's doing a song. He said something like the dude that paid to get his homeboy killer gone. He had a conversation with him on the phone and shit. So basically, it's like they got some real murder beef between the two. And these niggas was able to put their pride to the side and come together and do a toy drive for the kids. And I respect that. Like, even though a lot of people from their camps are not feeling it, but they're not the shot callers.
But see, at the end of the day, and that's what it comes down, niggas. But I'm not feeling that, niggas is not trying to go to fucking jail, bro. Not saying right and not saying none of that, but if you could do things to deter fucking investigation, why would you not? Like niggas want to, niggas be out.
I don't know. Go ahead.
Niggas be out here trying to act like they the hardest and toughest niggas in the world. Hey, yo, bro, I'm gonna tell you straight up and down right now. I ain't selling on nobody. I'm staying 10 toes or whatever. But nigga, if I could avoid being in the pen, bro, ain't no women in there. Ain't no women in there. Nigga, like how niggas can't be no money in there. I can't move around freely. I got somebody telling me when to wake up, when to go to sleep, when to do this, when to do that, bro. Nah. Eating fucking noodles, eating fucking honey buns and shit like that. Gotta walk around with a shank just in case, my nigga. Niggas trying to figure out where you from. Somebody probably trying to test you. Might be a nigga in there that's on booty warrior timing. Bro, I'm straight, bro. I don't want to deal with none of that. If it's unavoidable, why would I not avoid that?
You know what's crazy, bro? Young boy's best friend, like this is his right hand man since he came to the industry, like NBA Ben 10. He's the reason a lot of this be happening because
he be on Clubhouse running his fucking mouth.
Yeah, he said him and Young Boy kind of fell out right now because he feel like, bro, my cousin died for this shit, bro. There's no way we squashing beef. He said, bro, I don't care about no Rico. He said I could go to jail, I could come home off of a pill. He not seeing that like
bro. That's if they even let you get an appeal. They don't have to let you get an appeal, and sometimes you got to do 10 years before you get one. So who was to say you won't have the money to do so in 10 years?
But I think he just doesn't want to squash it. I understand where he's coming from because your family died. I saying be cool with them niggas, but y'all do y'all, we do us. That's what I feel like Young Boy trying to do. Not try to be cool with them niggas.
At the end of the day, Young Boy gotta preserve the back. He's a brand, my nigga. People eat off that nigga's name. And that's the thing that come with being the leader, you got to make tough decisions. I'm not, like I said, bro, for me, I know how I am. It would be hard for me to let someone go, somebody kill somebody in my family. Absolutely. I'm not saying you didn't have to do a toy drive together, but if he trying to deter, like, nigga, I'm trying to keep you out of jail, bro. Your cousin already dead, and then you go to jail, now your family hurting even more. Because niggas will keep forgetting, during a RICO, they're gonna bleed you of all your assets, so you don't have nothing to fight with. So say you beat the state RICO, cool. Now the feds are gonna charge you with a RICO next. You're gonna lose. Niggas always sound mad tough and talk all this gangster shit so they know what the fuck is really going on, bro. Niggas ain't never been niggas probably been in courtroom before, but it's different when you facing the state than you facing the feds. Feds don't lose. 98% conviction rate for a reason. You're gonna lock your ass up the rest of your fucking life.
I think Young Boy understands that because in that new song he did, it was an 8-minute song. He just everything from like the being cool with Fredo Bang. He also just like the nigga 10. He said, bro, that's crazy because he said something like 10. It was like I'm gonna be the one having to take care of 10 kids because he want to go to jail and crash out.
Yeah.
I don't think 10's seen that shit, but I don't know. Like it's kind of hard to tell somebody that lost their family member, like, yo,
my nigga, I get it, but that's what you signed up for. At the end of the day, it's like, let's keep it 100, right? Let's take it off of gangster shit. America went to war when we fought Japan, right?
Yeah.
So you don't think family members in that war and fought in Japan and they people got killed by the Japanese at some point in time or whatever the case may be, any way you want to talk about. Vietnamese, but people still go to them countries. They don't hate all of them. It was a war. It happens. You're going to lose soldiers. But at some point in time, there comes an end to a war. There comes some kind of treaty. And it's going to be tough for people that was on the front line, that lost people, but at the end of the day, it's about the greater good. And that's the reason why Ben 10 is not the leader of the group. You have to make tough decisions as a leader. And people don't get that shit because they so caught up in their own emotion and they want immediate gratification. You can't lead because you can't make that tough decision because you can't separate your emotions from what the fuck is needed for us to survive, for us to still be here. It's not the first group of people to ever go to war and lose people and then they try to dead the situation. It happens all the time.
But I ain't gonna lie, I respect Young Boy just off the fact that he got such a big influence. And the way the world is right now, bro, it's like everybody and their mama is gangster. These niggas don't have no morals and shit. Like, I don't know if y'all just seen recently, somebody shot somebody in front. They didn't shoot them, but they shot at them in front of Franklin High School. Like like this shit getting so bad, people shooting kids and going to school. Like I thought it was some type of quote. People shooting kids at funerals. Like it's like this shit is out of control now. So for young boy to have such an influence on like this generation and shit like that, and him to stop violence. I hope some people take up part like, yo, you see where young boy coming from? Let's follow his lead. Since y'all want to follow everything else we do.
And I agree. And niggas think it's the wild, wild west, and that's why these fucking district attorneys and these judges are giving you niggas all these years. Because it's different when you get, you got caught with a gun charge, boom, you was driving in traffic, or boom, 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 you might have slid and you shot at specific people. You niggas is shooting at schools. Like my nigga, imagine sitting in front of a judge or a district attorney that got children and they think about their safety, and you shot at somebody in front of a school and they catch you. What the fuck you think they about to do? Give you the minimum? They're gonna try to see you as a human being. Nigga, you wasn't a human being when you shot at a nigga in front of a fucking school. It's on a school camera.
Yo, just recently, I just think a 6-year-old brought a gun to school or something like, I don't know what city it was, but a 6-year-old brought a gun to school and shot the teacher. And teacher is life-threatening. How is a 6-year-old with a gun? Like, this shit is
That's
like...
what I'm saying, bro. Like, y'all gotta be cognitive of what you do to people. That's why I said I'm not even gonna be saying gangster. I'm a man first, bro. I'm a man first. Like, I lead people. I gotta make decisions for people. I help them understand the decisions that I'm making. And people just be out here talking about I'm gangster, I'm this, I'm that. And I'm like, y'all niggas be moving off of impulse and emotions, bro. As a man, no disrespect to you, Christina, though. I know you're a woman, y'all have y'all roles that y'all do really well. As a man in this world, you cannot move off of being impulsive, because a lot of bad things happen if you do so. It's not as forgiving as if it was a woman. So niggas be out here trying to move off impulse time and trying to be super gangster, nigga. Everybody got a gun, bro. I got one too.
Bro, a 6-year-old got a gun. A 6-year-old brought a gun to school. Like, imagine that.
That's what I'm saying, though. Like, they thought that the way to handle their frustration was to go shoot somebody.
A teacher too, at that.
To shoot a teacher. So you know what that shows? Lack of guidance in the household. So when I
look up to, you know who that 6-year-old probably look up to, and I'm not trying to put
it's not even not. I'm not gonna put that on NBA YoungBoy, because at the end of the day, it's the household. It's the household first. NBA YoungBoy should not be any child's fucking mentor or whatever.
So you can't even say that, because I had my dad in my life, and when I was a kid, especially around that age, I looked at the Soldier Boy. Like, no funny, I wanted to be like Soldier Boy. So like, you could only do so much at home, for real.
Yeah, because again, and at the end of the day, right? Feel me? Like, can I say I looked up to certain hustlers and stuff like that, or wanted to do things their way? Absolutely. But if your parent implements certain structure in your life, it's gonna be things about you that you don't like. You don't do the Soldier Boy shit though, Best. Regardless of how much you fuck with Soldier Boy, you don't be on the internet screaming you was the first person to do this and that, and saying fuck this person and fuck that person, and then talk about you whoop their ass, and then after that you walk back what you said. You don't do that shit. You could say you were influenced by Soldier Boy, but did you really look up to him? Is that the person that instilled the person that you are today?
I want to say that.
That's what I'm saying. Start at home. Set the foundation. Like I tell people all the time, what you allow in your household is like your kids is gonna see that and they're gonna do that. They're gonna do that.
And it's sad to say, and I'm not trying to take offense to anybody with this. It goes back to like kids are having kids. Like if like say like for instance, if a 14-year-old is having a kid, right? And they looking up to young boy, they still trying to find themselves in the world, and they trying to be like the young boys and the King Vons and the shit. They got kids. They don't even know the kids is following that same footsteps too.
So I think it's what you said. That it's not even the kids part. It's people they're not mature enough to understand the magnitude of their decisions. Feel me? Like they ain't live enough life yet. I ain't knocking up. Like you got kids' life. You feel me? It happen when it's supposed to happen. But some people ain't live enough life yet. Like I know you've seen Best where people like they smoke in front of their kids or they smoke in front of their kids.
Like I used to be afraid to cuss in front of my mom and dad and stuff. I don't think I ever heard my mom and dad cuss for unless they're really, really angry. You got parents cursing and then you got the kids repeating "suck my dick" at 5. I used to be like, I be hearing kids suck, like when I be talking to females, I be hearing they little kids say "suck my dick." I'm like, what the fuck? Like, yo, this little nigga.
That goes to show, like,
I used to be scared to talk like that in front of my people, my parents' friends.
You've been to my old home, Best. You see how I move with certain structure. Even my dog moved on command. My dog moved on command, even though you was scared of dogs and shit. Like, that was the thing for me. I don't give a fuck what you do in your household. If you don't have no structure, this, that, and the third. If kids walk into this house, there's structure, there's rules, there's respect. If you want to smoke, go outside. You're not smoking in front of these babies. If you cursing too much, yo, there's kids here. Watch your mouth. You can express yourself without having to curse all the time. It ain't because I'm trying to rule you or control you, but somebody got to show them that there's some structure in the world, or they gonna go out here being these niggas out here shooting up funerals and shit.
No respect.
And the thing is,
like I be seeing little articles, like niggas be robbing old ladies. I'm like, damn, bro. Like,
but that stuff always happen. But the thing is that people that don't understand is street this, street that. Oh, I'm like that. I'm like this. I'm him. Boom, boom, boom. When you jump off that porch, there is no longer an age on you. If you active and you doing too much, a nigga that's 47 can shoot you in your face. Don't matter that you 14. You decided to be active. Because if it was my life, you wouldn't care twice. Mm-hmm. So it is what it is. Also, Lazo and Rich RX is going, not Scrubby, my Rich Baby, my fault, bro. I was going to mean you. Go see that Rich Baby interview with Christine if you haven't seen that yet. RX, Pap, and Lazo, they're going at it.
Christine been getting a lot of sponsorships, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
I know. I'm trying to get like Christine.
Thank you.
Little brands, the chains and shit.
Yeah, I'm trying to get like Christine. I need some beard. Anybody that got beard products, let me know, because me and Best, we got those. And ours is real. This is not no clip on filming. This is real stuff. I wake up with it every day.
Not no clip-ons.
People been painting their beards on and stuff. Shit is crazy. But Pap and 10, I hope they stop this.
It's not gonna stop.
I know that they've had issues before, and I know that they kind of like was able to move a little bit past that. But 10 is
that job paperwork to him. It's over. 10
is my guy. Anybody that knows me know I got a lot of love for 10. I fuck with 10 heavy. And he's been doing a lot of great things, especially since he came back home from that bit. Pap is back home. He's been doing his thing with dog shit records and stuff like that. Man, y'all don't need that, man. Just keep putting on for how y'all put on. That's how I look at it. But I know that paperwork dropped, so it's going to get a little iffy.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. You know what's crazy, bro? I've been seeing that shit for years, but certain niggas we get around that nigga and forget he got paperwork. He try to say them shit is fake. I don't know. I'm not no street nigga to judge that. But he said them paperwork is fake. But niggas don't care about his paperwork, bro, because he still got a strong fan base. They do not care.
Hey, man. God bless him.
He got mad at me because I posted that shit, but I ain't gonna lie, I'm being fair. It's up to you to address that shit. And you gave me the content. Like, now he gave me the content, but like you went live with 10. You gave me the opportunity to screen record that shit and post that motherfucker. I took it.
Niggas always be mad after they did something, man. But it's 2023. Y'all gonna continue to be mad. We gonna do our jobs. Y'all know Best is gonna, if you put it out there, Best will post it. It's public information. He doesn't give a fuck. I don't post it because I don't really give a fuck about you niggas' personal lives for the most part. And I just don't feel like going back and forth with y'all about shit because it's nothing to go back and forth about. And anything y'all want to say before we get the fuck up out of here? No. I feel like we had a really good episode. Any new music?
First day back.
Any new music that y'all want to shout out that y'all was listening to? Shout out to Ransom. I got my No Rush for the Wicked vinyl in here, and recently in the mail. Just only 300 copies.
But there's no Ray Shermer Denial song. That shit fire.
I've been bumping some of these R&B joints. You feel me? And then Finesse 2 times. That's his name. His shit actually hard. I ain't realized his music was that dope. I actually heard him for the first time the other day. Finesse 2 times is dope. Bumping him, some of that Gates, Ransom, of course, Wrong Streets.
About Coco Jones, her new project. Well, I didn't tell you that. I know I've been wanting to marry her since.
It's Davy Jones. Also, we gonna get into some BMF takes next week because BMF is back. I didn't want to say nothing because I don't know if Best Christine watched it yet.
I watched. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. You know I've been watching lately, bro. Like that came out a long time ago. The Wire, bro. I never used to watch. I used to.
Oh, you finally watching The Wire? We can get into a breakdown of that too.
I got to season 1. That nigga Omar is a gangster faggot rat.
Yo, chill.
My fault.
God damn, yo. Listen, this is the controversial Best of Swoop show. That was Best, not me or Christine. We about to get the fuck again. You dropping the F-bomb, bro. Like, God, like you gonna get glad on our ass one of these days. It's the controversial Best of Swoop show. We about to get the fuck up out of here. Thank you for tuning in as you always do. I'm here with my 2 co-hosts, the beautiful and always controversial Christine, and the boisterous and slowly maturing, and I mean slowly maturing Best that need more.
But I only made one mistake today.
You making progress. We out of here, man.